Hello, history lovers! Today we're stepping back in time to the Merovingian dynasty, the rulers of what we now call France from roughly the 5th to the 8th centuries. The Merovingians, descended from the legendary King Clovis, were a powerful bunch. Behind the throne, Merovingian women played a fascinating and often overlooked role. These weren't just princesses locked away in towers. They wielded influence in a world dominated by men. Get ready for tales of royal women who broke the mold, defied expectations, and left their mark on history. Now let's talk law and order Merovingian style. The legal status of women in this era was a curious mix of Roman law and old Germanic traditions. On the one hand, Roman law, still influential in some parts of the former empire, gave women certain protections. They could inherit property, manage their own affairs, and even go to court. But hold on. Germanic customs, with their emphasis on family and clan, often overshadowed these rights. Women were largely under the authority of their male relatives, fathers, husbands, or even sons. Women had some legal recognition, but their lives were still very much intertwined with the men in their families. This legal landscape, full of contradictions, created both opportunities and limitations for Merovingian women. It's a story of resilience and adaptation, as we'll see in the lives of the remarkable women we'll meet along the way. Marriage, my dears, was no simple affair in the Merovingian world. It wasn't just about love and romance. It was a political strategy, a way to forge alliances, secure power, and yes, even start a war or two. For the Merovingian elite, marriage was a family affair, a negotiation between powerful houses. Now, let's talk about Mund. This Germanic concept was central to marriage. A woman's Mund represented her legal protection and social standing. When she married, her Mund transferred from her father to her husband, signifying her change in status. This transfer of Mund had huge implications for women. Marriage, in many ways, became a platform for these women to exercise their agency in a male-dominated world. Section 4. Land, dowries, and inheritance, a woman's worth. Land, my friends, was the name of the game in the Merovingian period. It meant power, wealth, and status. For women, property rights were essential, and the dowry was their trump card. A dowry was a woman's contribution to the marriage, a treasure chest of land, money, or valuable goods that she brought from her own family. It provided a degree of financial security and gave her leverage within the marriage. Now, let's talk about tertia, a fascinating concept that gave women even more control over property. Tertia, you see, was a widow's right to a life estate in 1/3 of her husband's property. This meant she could use and enjoy the property for the rest of her life, even if it ultimately passed to her husband's heirs. Imagine the power this gave to widows. While Merovingian law allowed women to inherit property, it often favored male heirs. Sons typically inherited the lion's share of their father's estate. It's clear that property played a central role in the lives of Merovingian women. Section 5. Queens and Kingmakers, powerful women of the Merovingian age. Now, let's meet some of the remarkable women who ruled and influenced the Merovingian world. These weren't just wives and mothers, they were queens, regents, and power brokers in their own right. Take Queen Brunhilde, for instance, a Visigothic princess who married King Sigebert I of Austrasia. Brunhilde was a force to be reckoned with. When her husband died, she ruled as regent for her son and grandson, navigating treacherous political waters and even leading armies into battle. Then there's Fredegund, a woman of humble origins who rose to become the wife of King Chilperic I of Neustria. Fredegund was known for her ambition, ruthlessness, and involvement in the power struggles that plagued the Merovingian court. These women, and many others like them, challenged the traditional roles assigned to women. Section 6. A lasting legacy, the enduring impact of Merovingian women. As we bid farewell to the Merovingian dynasty, it's clear that the women of this era left an indelible mark on history. They may not have always ruled directly, but their influence was undeniable. They shaped the destiny of kings, guided the course of the dynasty, and left behind a legacy of strength, resilience, and political acumen. The stories of these women remind us that power comes in many forms, and influence is not limited to those who sit on thrones. So the next time you think of the Merovingians, remember the women. They are a testament to the enduring power and influence of women throughout history.